So this is how you create an offer that gets you $100,000 per closed clients. Yeah, I've done that multiple times. I had clients paying me over 100K per client and still have, right? And I will just show you how you can do this as well, step by step. Really, I will walk you through a process with a worksheet for first really understanding your customers so you can craft that offer, and then a worksheet for actually crafting the offer itself so you can really make over 100K per closed client. It really works. Let's get right into it. All right, so this is the offer research guide, and I know that you want to get right into creating the offer. And let me tell you honestly, the ones of you who say, "Hey, researching, understanding my customers better is unnecessary. I already understand them. Let's go right into creating the offer." Those of you are the ones where it's actually probably not going to work, right? Because we really have to do good work here. We're about to charge 100K from a single client, so this has to be good. And if we do good work here, this will work because it's not rocket science, but we have to do the basics. We have to create the foundation. Okay, so very, very important that we do this. Okay, so selling a high ticket offer such as 100K packages require mastering universal sales principles, which account for 50% of the process. Okay. Equally important though is the remaining 50%, using niche specific language and deeply understanding your niche to connect and close effectively. Okay. So this is extremely, extremely important. Yeah. Step number one, understand the business model better. You think you understand it already, understand their business model better. Okay. So really, search on YouTube and Google and answer common questions. I will walk through these sheets with you real quick right now and show you how to do it so you can do it on your own later on. You can, by the way, download this sheet, and also the offer creation worksheet, both down below the video. And actually, all you have to do is text me the keyword that I have down below the video. It's probably offer research guide for this one, and probably high ticket offer creation for the other one. Text me that on IG, but I have the keywords down below the video, so you can just copy and paste it, and I will send them over right away, right? So, okay, so that's how you do it. And then you just search for these. If your audience are luxury car dealerships, then you just search for how to start a luxury car dealership and so on. You search for these terms and watch some YouTube videos, read some threads, actually read some Reddits even, and understand this audience better. This is extremely important. Okay, so if your target audience are real estate agents, then read some Reddit threads and check out some Reddit communities for real estate agents, and read some stuff and understand how they think, how they feel, what their real pain points are, how they describe them, what words they use, and so on. This is extremely important, right? And this is totally worth it because this works. Like making 100K from a single client works. You just have to do the work, right? So step number two, set some benchmarks. So really try to find out what the average revenue of a client in your niche is, what are the average profit margins, what are the monthly expenses that they have, and so on. You can just really Google that. You can ask ChatGPT and do some research. Also find that out in Reddit threads if people share that openly. And that is it, right? So that's how you do that. And then step number three, niche-specific marketing tactics, okay? So again, you search on Google or on YouTube. YouTube is actually really valuable to understand these things on a deeper level. How to generate leads for high-end real estate with Facebook ads. Okay, so these are probably things, if that is your offer, that like only search for that if that's your offer or close to your offer. So really try to understand what they've already tried, and what their market sophistication level is. Okay, how sophisticated is your buyer about your offer? Because based on that, you have to explain it simpler, or have to be better at developing a unique mechanism. If the buyer is already super sophisticated about your offer, you can't just tell them the same simple 3-step process that everyone else is telling them. It won't work. You have to come up with a unique mechanism, which is basically just a way of describing your offer differently and making it unique and stand out, right? But we'll touch on that. Okay, so analyze what kinds of offers worked, and create similar ones, or like at least use them as guidelines. Okay, then fill out this questionnaire. Here's just like literally like average revenue from your target customers, obviously, average expenses, and so on. Like fill that out. just a questionnaire. Okay, so that's the first thing that helps us understand the audience better, which is really the foundation. And then once you understood the audience, now we go into the high ticket offer creation worksheet. You can also like access that by just texting me on IG, and it will probably be high ticket offer creation. Okay, right. But keyword is down below. Okay, describe your client's current situation. Okay, so what are they doing? Their revenue and so on. Like, use the data from the questionnaire from the last sheet. Okay, just fill that in here. What is the cost of them staying where they are? Okay, so let's say my offer is something around helping 6-figure e-commerce businesses go 7 figures. Okay, so let's say they're making like 10,000 a month, and I help them make 100,000 a month. Okay, so they make like 10K a month. I'm not saying that this is a good offer, just an example. Okay, 10K a month. Okay, then they are riding a roller coaster. Okay, a lot of ups and downs. They have a lot of ups and downs in their business and so on. Okay, then what is the cost of them staying where they are? Okay, financially, not making significant profit. Emotionally, they are worried all the time and don't have time for their girlfriend or their parents or their friends, whatever. Like, time. They don't have time at all, which is horrible because it's the most valuable resource ever. Okay, I think you get the point. Then what is the number one most important thing that they want to accomplish in their business? Okay, probably maybe time freedom or making 100K a month and working less than 2 hours a day, something like that. Research that, find that out. What do they really want? Okay, it might be something completely different for your niche. Okay, what are the 3 to 5 necessary steps you will walk them through that will get them to their finish line? Okay, for example, setting up a creative machine. Okay, I'm again using e-commerce as an example because there's my agency, so I have most experience with that. Setting up a creative machine. Then number 2 is having a team in place or bringing systems in place to constantly improve creatives. Okay, so the systems, because that's the most important part when it's about making money with e-commerce businesses, because you just need great ads, and for great ads you need great creatives. Systems to constantly improve whatever creatives. And then number 3 is the proven to work offer and landing page structure. Okay, so proven to work offer and a landing page structure, and that's how I do it. And that is the 3-step process on how we get them from their 10K a month mark to the 100K a month mark. Okay, and what is it worth to them to get their dream results? Now, if it's 100K a month, then it's probably worth a lot. It's probably worth like 50K to them. So it's just like, this is like half a month, right? It's probably worth way more to them. But yeah, just do some research and come up with a number. And this is also just gut feeling, okay? But I would say it's at least worth 50K to them to go from 10K a month to 100K a month. Okay, components to your offer. What is the actual outcome? How long will you go about this? What is the actual method you use? Creatives, Facebook ads, for example. Pricing model. Okay, so for example, you just do a retainer, you do 6.5K monthly retainer. Okay, or you do a 3K monthly retainer, and also do 10% performance fee. Okay, so on all the revenue you generate, you take 10%, whatever. Guarantee. If you don't achieve the outcome X, then they get a free month, or they don't have to pay, or they actually get their money back. Whatever, just a guarantee that can help. I wouldn't really recommend using guarantees in every niche and every situation, especially when selling high ticket, like we're talking about here. You can do it. I would be careful with it, honestly. Everyone's really slamming around with guarantees, and yeah, you don't want to just sell because of your guarantee. You want to sell because you actually have good proof and good case studies and actually a good service. Urgency. We can only take on 3 clients this month. Okay, and that's awesome, because then you have an urgency and actually want to get started right away, because before the spots are taken, and they think about that and not just think about the $100,000, but they think about the urgency as well. And by the way, this here is 100K if you just have a 12-month contract. Okay, or if you just do like 3 months, and if they don't cancel, then it automatically extends for another 12 months, which comes up to 15 months. So, and 15 times 6.5K, that's 100K, right? So not too bad. Pretty simple. And yeah, that's how you do it. And then you come up with a statement like this, and then you frame this in different angles. Okay, so why would they want to purchase my service? Okay, so no more roller coaster. That's the angle. And now I put this offer statement into this angle. Okay, it's not a roller coaster anymore. They have a predictable cash flow. Okay, but I can also just rely on the numbers itself. So just instead of you making 10K, you're making 100K a month, and just talk about the profit. Okay, now you're making 30K profit on average. That's what our clients do on average, and they get there within 6 months. So I can talk about the profit. I can talk about the factor of time, that if they try it alone, it will probably take them 5 years. That are just some stats. And if they work with us, it takes them 3 months, 6 months on average. So that's a whole different game, right? So I can find out these different angles and use them to market, right? So this was really a quick run through on how you really understand your audience on a level that's deep enough to create an offer so they can pay you 100K. Okay, and obviously one of the easiest ways is just to have contracts that go for a year or 3 months and then automatically extend for another 12 months if they don't cancel, and then charge 6.5K a month. You have your 100K, and in order to justify the 6.5K, you obviously just have to do all of the steps that we just went over, really understand them very good, really understand what is the gap from point A to point B, where you're helping them to get from A to B, right? And the bigger that is, the more you help them, the more you can charge, obviously. So really, this also includes, like, if you realize during that process that the impact that you have on that business is not that big, then I wouldn't just charge less. I would figure out ways on how you can have a bigger impact on the business's revenue. And maybe it also makes sense for you to work with bigger businesses, because they can, number one, pay you more, number two, pay you faster because they have liquid cash flow, and number three, you can help them more. Okay, it's easier to help $1 million business make 1.5 million than it is to make a 10K a month business to get them to an extra 500,000, right? That's way harder. Okay, so yeah, these are things to keep in mind. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions regarding that, regarding the 100K offer, then comment down below. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. If you liked the video, leave it a thumbs up. And if you watched this far, honestly, you're on the right path. Keep going.